Hey everybody, Cynthia here, and I am back to show you guys how to create this box. I'm not going to show you how to decorate it. I'm just going to give you the dimensions on the box, and then you show you how to put it together, and then you guys can have fun decorating. But basically the box measures 3 1/4 inches across. Actually it's 3 5/16, but we're just gonna say it's 3 1/4. And then this length here is 5 1/4, and then it's about 1 inch deep. Okay, so that's the box we're creating today. And my little bat is lifting there. Okay, so basically you want to start with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I'm going to start cutting out my lid. My lid dimensions, I'm going to need 6 5/16 inch paper by 4 5/16. Now on my cutter it's very hard to see the 6 5/16, so I'll show you what I do. But for now, let me cut out the 4 5/16. And if you're not sure how to find the 5/16 on your cutters, mine goes by 1/16 of an inch. On here, on our scoreboards, it goes by 1/8. Okay, so on this Fiskars one that I have here, it's basically 4 1/4 and 1 line over. That's your 5/16 of an inch mark. Okay, let me cut my paper, and then I'm going to show you how I get. My ruler is the same way. It goes by 1/16 of an inch. Okay, it can get confusing for people because these go by 8ths, the rulers go by 1/16, some of them. So I'm just showing you in case anybody is interested on how to figure it out. Some people don't know, and some people do, so bear with me. So I have my 4 5/16 inch of a piece cut out. Now I want to find my 6 5/16. So basically you just go to the 6-inch mark. Can you guys see the lines? And you want to count 5 lines over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make a little dot. That's your 5/16 mark, and it's basically one little line over from the 1/4 inch. I hope I explained that okay. I'm so sorry if I didn't. I don't want to confuse anybody. It's really hard to read. I mean, this thing pops out here, okay, on my cutter, but it's really hard to read in between here. See, there's a big gap, and it's hard to read where the lines are, like, correctly. So I always measure it out with my ruler and just cut it that way. So I have my top piece. Your bottom piece from that same paper, you want to cut out. Let me get the measurements. Where's my paper? Okay, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. So let me do 5 1/4. Okay, and you're only left with these little scraps, which you can, do punch outs and stuff with. So that's not too bad. Okay, and then get the 7 1/4, which I'm going to do with my ruler again because it's very hard to read on my cutter. 7 1/4 inch, about right there. Okay. And now we're ready to score. So your top piece, that's 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, you want to score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And then fold up your score lines. And then down here at the bottom, we're going to cut on this line to meet the score line. You're just going to cut right up to the next score line. And you're creating your tabs for your box. I've made these before, but some of my newer subbies might not have seen it, so that's why Okay, so you have 2 little flaps down here and a flap in the center and the same on top. Okay, we're going to be adding glue to here and putting them together. But let's score our lid. Our lid you put on so that it is 6 5/16 inches across, and you're going to score it on all sides at 1/2 inch. Sorry if you hear my phone vibrating, but my hubby is calling me, probably to tell me he is on his way home. Okay, so once you have your 1/2 inch scored on all 4 sides, you want to fold up your score lines and do the same thing on the bottom. I think I scored that wrong. It feels funny. Let me try it again just to make sure that was a 1/2 inch. Yeah. Do you ever notice that nobody calls you until you start doing a video and then people start calling? I don't know why that is. So I'm going to make my tabs and cut up on this line to meet this line up here. Okay. Do the same thing on this side. Flip it around and do the same thing on this side. Okay. Let me set my scoreboard aside and we're going to start gluing. So if you have your piece like this, you want to fold up these 2 sides, add a little bit of glue or adhesive, whatever you're comfortable using. You want to fold these 2 sides up and fold this piece up to meet the tabs, you know, and have them line up really good. I'm going to hold that there for a second because let the glue dry. Do the same thing over here. Now when I measure my papers to cut here, I usually do it 1/8 of an inch shorter than what, like if this is 5 or if this is 3 and 1/4 inches long or wide, I do 1/8 of an inch shorter so that it leaves a nice little orange border. And I'll do the same thing when I measure the top. If this is 5 1/4, I'll do 1/8 of an inch shorter, so it leaves that nice decorative border up there. You don't have to. That's just, you know, if you want it to get it to look like I did on the box here. You see where you can see the purple border? That's how I measured that up. And just add the tab here. Okay, and we've already got our lid. And you're going to want to do the same thing to the bottom. You add adhesive to the 2 tabs on the inside, fold it up, and meet them with the other tab. And I usually use glue because, and I've told you all this before, I'm in a very humid climate and it just works better for me, but y'all can use whatever you'd like. And I'm just going to meet these 2 kind of flush. Okay, do the same thing here. My husband's probably wondering, why isn't she picking up the phone? Actually, he knows because he called me earlier and I was like, oh, I was doing a video and the phone rang and I forgot to put it on vibrate and he's laughing at me. But I usually do this too because I use glue, so I make sure, you know, I run my bone folder over it and make sure it's all glued down nice. And that's it, guys. That's your box and it's all ready to decorate and fill with some goodies. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully I explained everything okay. And thanks for watching. Take care.